And here we are yet again, all the way live from Satellite 5. I'm Brian Soscia with my coffee. We got meth here too today. Breaking Bad, headed to Albuquerque. Listen, what a transition. A lot going on today. I found out right before we came on the air that champ himself, Austin No Doubt Trout, he hit me up. He has something major he says he wants to talk about. So we'll talk to him today. Also, Dave Feldman, a slew of big announcements apparently. Look at him enjoying his wine. Cheers to Dave. That's him in Italy there. Also, we're going to be talking about some multi-fight signings and plus so much more. It's all here today on the Bare Knuckle Show. We're glad you're here as well on this fight week headed to Albuquerque. Like I said, I'm looking at the Laskowski, Rick Walsh here, Matt Guyman. What's up, Matt? MMA History Podcast, Wesley Kill Eagle, Little Ben. They're all here, man. SNC Dave RN, Dora, Laskowski. I love it. Rick Caruso, Slick Rick, you got one coming up too, man. We're excited. All right, so let's get into it. First, the boys in the booth. They're both here. Love these guys. Love chatting with them. They seem like, Brandon, you always seem like you're in a good mood. Evan, I think you're in a good mood today, right?
Yeah.
You hungry, though?
Yeah, I am hungry. I didn't eat them. A little cranky.
Well, that's good. We like cranky because then we can like attack people. All right. We'll talk quickly. If you guys don't know, I just want to wish him good luck. Dave Cranston, you know and love him. He got hitched over the weekend. It was a great party. We enjoyed ourselves. We ate well. We danced well. I had footage of you dancing. I think you shared it on your Instagram. I forgot to put that in.
Just a picture. I didn't put the video.
Oh, you look great. Yeah, my tie was around your head. Dollar bills were at a Greek wedding. They throw money.
Yeah.
I was putting the money in my pocket as they were throwing.
I had it hanging out of my shirt, and then I got to my car, and I realized there was one like stuck in, so I stole $1 from the wedding.
I love
Sorry.
it. It's all right. We'll give it back. I'm sure you gave it back to him.
Yeah.
But it was a good wedding, and congratulations to them. We had a great time. Aside from that, here we are gearing up for Albuquerque. I think this is our. I was trying to think the other day. Is this our 8th or 9th time in Albuquerque?
I feel like we were just there like a week ago.
We were just there.
Albuquerque's got that great restaurant in the hotel outside of it. It's like there's real good skillets.
The sunny side up.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, it's good stuff.
No, they have great burritos too. The breakfast burrito.
I'll have to try that too.
And they do the red and the green chili on there.
But it's a real bitch
There's a
because
Chipotle within walking distance. It's like the perfect.
There's a
hotel
Chipotle
for us.
right across
There's
the
a
street too. It's everything we
fig
need.
and
Everything we need,
fork.
breakfast Chipotle.
They do, and they give you free breakfast there usually, and I always don't do it because I want to go to the sunny side up
Yeah.
one.
But
man.
the free breakfast is good too.
I know,
With
it
that
sucks.
Sheraton. It's
What a
good.
problem to
They do
have.
it, you hit the free breakfast early, go to the gym, and then you come back and you hit
Sunny
Sunnyside.
side.
Wait an hour, hit Chipotle.
Yeah. So
And then you're
listen, I'm gonna hit the free breakfast with you. I'll go back to bed for an hour or two. You hit the gym, and then we'll hit Sunnyside. What do you think?
That's great. Why don't you come to the gym?
Because I got
Get you back to your former glory.
Actually, bro, right now I'm very excited. I have had a blown out shoulder for a long time, and it's finally where I can throw a baseball almost again.
Couple blown out things.
Yeah, blown out. It's all blown out. It's like the pancake joke. I'm not going to say it. All right. So good time. We're gearing up for Albuquerque. Always good fight fans. They're a buzz. There's so much stuff going on there. I'm excited to see what this Austin Trout wants to talk about. He was blowing up my phone. He had to come on today. He wanted to make some announcements and talk about some stuff. I do know that Dave, like I said, has some major stuff he wants to talk about. This is a jam-packed show, so I guess we should kind of just get down to it.
Let's do it.
Let's get into the mailbag.
The mailbag. It's time for.
It's time for mail call.
I call it mail call, or I call it mail bag for Evan. We like that. So here's the big news. If you didn't know, you haven't been followed. By the way, there you saw it. If you're listening, it's the Bare Knuckle Show at gmail.com. Send anything in, or you can hit us on Instagram. If you haven't followed us, liked us, whatever it's called yet on Instagram, IG, the Bare Knuckle Show. Keep up to date. I like to give you behind the scenes content of the shows when I can too. So someone hit us up about this. We said it on the BKFC, the Bare Knuckle FC Instagram yesterday. It was 7 years for the company. I cannot believe it's been 7 years. I'm still blown away by it. We've all pretty much been here almost the whole time. I was here, Evan, you were here at the start, right? I was here a little bit before
the start.
Yeah, me too. Because I would come to the office, talk to Dave, and then go to the radio show I used to do. And that's where I remember they were so excited. They showed me about them. We'll talk to Dave about this too.
If you go back in time, you go all the way back to their Facebook or YouTube to the first video ever. It was What is BKFC, and we did a shoot at the ECW arena.
That's right, Evan. All right, we're getting to him.
And Dave is the referee in it. It's the best. Oh, there you go. There's some lore for you. We shot that like a month before the first event.
Wow.
They said that we need to do a video explaining what this is.
I remember that. I remember seeing that video.
I think Joe Pfeiffer is one of the fighters.
Joe Pfeiffer.
Yeah, there's like
Joe Pfeiffer. Wow.
There's some good stuff in there.
Yeah, go back and look, man. It's all there for you. None of it's been deleted. I mean, it's all, you can see it on the Instagram and everything. You can go see our history. It's really cool to see that kind of stuff. And I can tell you, I was starting to say, I used to come in before I'd go to my radio show. And I remember when Dave showed me the blueprints for the squared circle, how excited he was. And I always tell the story. He gets upset, but it's true because I'm getting the credit for this. He told me about toeing the line because they're going to toe the line 3 feet apart. I said, yeah, then they can knuckle up. So there you go. Waiting for my royalties. You think I'll get that check? Is it in the mail?
Yeah, it's on the way.
I'm sure. All right. Anyway.
Jonathan just texted me. He said, turn your mic up.
My mic?
No, mine.
Oh, okay.
It's just far away from my face.
Jonathan's watching?
Yeah,
Jonathan always watches.
Yeah, he's a
the
big
multi-time Emmy Award-winning director is
Big
always
fan.
watching. I know. He's a good dude. I love him.
You know what I love most about him?
What?
His palate for good wine.
Oh, he does. Dude, that
He's
wine.
the best person to go out to dinner with.
Salt Lake City, he got the best wine there. He knew.
Yeah,
You're right. I was.
He knows his stuff.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. Good wine.
Anyway.
Anyway, all right. So 7 years strong. This person wants to know 7 years. What were our favorite moments? Because we always talk about being off screen. I mean, remember the guy walking in naked? Where were we?
South Carolina, I think.
Yeah, there's footage of that somewhere. He walked in naked, and I think Mike and Mish caught it. And Joe Elmore was down there with his wife. There's a bunch of people down there. He just walks in completely naked into the lobby and didn't care. That was one crazy moment.
Oh, man.
I guess
Much to remember. I don't even know.
just being at, I'm trying to,
Still BKFC 22. That entire fight week. I don't know. What about it? Just,
What was that?
it was 22.
there was the Miami,
Lorenzo and
Lorenzo, Hector.
Oh, that was nuts.
Baboon and,
Good John.
no, it wasn't Good John.
That was
It
18.
was Dat.
That, yeah, dude. That was, yeah, I remember that show. That was at the crypto.
Pearl Gonzalez.
Was that the crypto
and,
event? That was,
yeah, Pearl Gonzalez versus Britton Hart.
Yeah, man. That was good times. I mean, that's the thing. You look back, and one time we should do a show where we just come up with all the memories we've seen and stuff we've seen, kind of talk about them. Because if you guys see chaos on screen, you don't normally see it off screen. You don't know what we're doing. But I can guarantee all throughout the night in the hotel, if you're seeing nuttiness on screen, it's probably nutty off screen too. Just know we're dealing with all that. Somebody tell me they love the Rockers shirt. Thank you, Scott. Yes, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, two of the best of all time. Also, here, they said, oh, it's good. Bowls, Beers, and Bras said we shouldn't call it the mail bag. He says we should call it the mail sack. That's interesting. Hold on. I lost my chat. There we go. All right, so let's move on. Josh Dyer, D-Day. Big win against Jared Warren. He's been very outspoken about how much he wants Mike Perry. He came on, great interview with him. It made a lot of fans that maybe didn't know enough about Josh. He was awesome. That was like a couple shows back. If you missed it, go back and check it out. But he's saying here the king of silence, not the king of violence. He's the king of silence. He's saying Mike Perry won't respond.
He responded right there.
Did he? I don't say.
He says, your nose is worse than mine.
That's great. I didn't see that. Okay, there you go. Well, he must have responded. So Mike Perry is responding. He's not the king of silence. That fight will be an interesting fight. We'll keep you up to date on that. Other than that, I think we had, I got to say, Russ from Bare Knuckle Extreme Fans. We had your KO of the week. It was awesome. I actually saw it. The person getting kicked in the face. They took it off Instagram, so we couldn't air it, literally right before the show. So we have a Little Ben knockout of the week. This is like on Sonic when you would get the rings on Sega Genesis. When you get hit in the rings will fall out of you. There you go. Night night. Is that Casey and JoJo? I wish, Dave, you guys don't even know who Casey and JoJo is, do you? Oh, man. Say it in the mic.
No idea what you're talking about.
Casey and JoJo, old school. Really?
We need to have separate mics. I hate how we have to
I hate
share
that too.
mics.
Why don't you have
I
separate?
don't know. I want like a headset.
The thing is, I put in the budget at the end of last year, and you know I did
They
this.
haven't approved it. I need like a gamer headset with like.
They said we had $25 for the year, and I said, get Evan a snowball mic. I'll pay the extra $75. I know he likes snowballs, so get him a snowball mic. I don't know why they didn't do it. All right, back to it. Let's see. As we wait for Austin, no doubt Trout to come in a couple minutes, let's check in with. Here. It's Hector in Miami. He says, listen to this half a man. Queen Kai running off at the mouth. Rematch El Gallo when he's healthy, and you will die. Let's see what King Kai had to say.
Okay, I'm bored. Who am I going to fight? Chapman sucks. There's no other contenders. Gaffey, nobody fucking knows who he is. Gary Fox looks like he shouldn't be allowed within 500 feet of an elementary school. Where do we go? Where do we go? The featherweight division. I just don't know. I don't know because I've cleaned it out. What's next, y'all? What's next?
I don't know. What's next for
Okay,
Kai?
I'm bored.
What's next for Kai? That's the question. I didn't mean to call him Queen. I'm sorry. That's what the email said. He's King Kai. We know that. What's next for Kai? It is true. I mean, that division, he pretty much has cleaned out. Do you see anything in that division for Kai right now? I mean,
I think Nico Gaffey. I mean, he ended up fighting
2-0 now, right?
But that record aside, he fought the number one contender, and
I
it
know.
was just like, no offense, it was like a one-way, beatdown.
I don't think anyone expected that going in.
No,
I
it
think,
blew, and that's the fight that makes the most sense to me. Just intrigue-wise, this guy Nico came out of nowhere and takes out. Why can't I?
The top contender.
Brandon Allen.
Allen.
Thank you. Yeah. And like dominant. Everybody thought Brandon Allen was going to steamroll that guy.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean,
that piques my interest the most.
and it was on the same card. It was the same night or the night before the Kai.
I forget. Yeah.
But it was that Dubai card,
Yeah.
and I thought the same thing. I went, "Wow, look at this!" Because
And that was a last-minute change.
Straight
too.
up.
Yeah, because I think the original opponent got injured or something.
dude, everybody
It
in
was
the
supposed to be Chapman.
Dan Chapman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's Dan Chapman too.
well, he said Chapman's a bum or whatever. I don't believe that
Maybe
either.
I think we should do Nico and Chapman. They should fight, and whoever wins that should go
Kai.
for Kai.
Well, I'll say this. I remember, all respect to Brandon Allen, great fighter, but I remember people going crazy in the chat forum, Kai's ducking him, whatever. But then I remember watching what happened. I went, wow. You know what I mean? So everybody was on that train, and now that's kind of been derailed. So I agree with you. Why do you think Kai's saying that Gaffey doesn't deserve it? You think it's a tactic to get a bigger name he wants to fight it? You think that's what he's looking for, like the name?
Yeah, it depends what Kai wants. Does Kai want, somebody outside the organization, like an ex-UFC?
That's what I'm wondering. I wonder if he's not angling for that. You know what I mean?
It could be because, Nico is kind of unknown. But his talent is, undeniable.
Yeah.
So for fans like us, we want to see that matchup because that makes the most sense. But for Kai, he may want somebody.
That's what I was wondering.
bigger name.
I'm not saying he's scared of Gaffey or just he's like that's a good fight for him. I'm saying I wonder if that's not his idea. He's trying to pivot to get that bigger fight, maybe more money, maybe more notoriety that he wants. But we'll see. We'll stay on top of that. We'll let you know if we find anything out from Kai. Let's see. Little Ben says Kai is a legend. Some people are laughing in the chat. Some are agreeing. There you go. Well, I mean, I want to see Kai anytime he fights. Let's see. Chapman is forever world champ and hasn't lost. Kyle Mish is saying Kai has mentioned interest in going up a weight class. So what's he's trying to go up? Well, that's interesting. All right. Well, we'll see what happens with Kai. Like I said, we'll keep you updated. Don't forget, we have Austin No Doubt Trout coming on in just a couple minutes, although I haven't heard back from him when I texted him, which makes me nervous. He was all about this. Like, he hit me up. So we'll see what happens. Maybe he's training. I know he's got a lot on his plate. He's trying to open a new gym. We'll talk to him about that. And there's some other stuff. I know he's tending to his garden. He loves gardening now, apparently. I didn't know he loved that. I do, too. Let's look what else. Oh, this is interesting. This is for you guys.
You like gardening?
Gardening's fun, dude.
What do you grow?
I'm going to talk about that with Austin.
Okay.
I'll give you a teaser. Actually, we threw pumpkin to compost in the garden last year or 2 years ago. And we got this beautiful pumpkin, like the best pumpkin you've ever seen in your life. Perfectly shaped, just came out of nowhere.
That saves you money because those pumpkin patches are such a ripoff when you go with the kids.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of money, dude.
You got
to not go to that. You got to go to like Acme or Giant or something and buy them a pumpkin, like two for $10.
We've got a very special guest in the green room.
I'm nervous. Who is it?
You know him.
Better be who I think it is. No doubt. He's at Austin No Doubt Trout. There he is. Dude, he's right on time. Right on time like he always is. Austin No Doubt Trout. What's that in the background here? Is that kids, dogs? What's happening?
Yeah, she right away. As soon as we jump on, she talking about Dad, and I hear my wife.
That's all right. We can bring the family. Look, dude, she probably saw my scary, tired-looking face and took off. So it's good to see you, Austin. How are you,
man? It's good to see you too.
I know you're very excited. I know you have an announcement we want to make, but before we get to that, I see that you must be an avid reader. What's that? They have books behind you? What are those books? What's your favorite?
I haven't read all of them. I'm not gonna front, but I'm going to. I'm working through it, actively getting through them. I have read quite a few of them, but I haven't gotten through all of them.
You probably got classics back there. Tale of Two Cities, Moby Dick. I read like Choose Your Own Adventure books. Remember them from back in the day? Turn to page 3 if you want to walk through. Choose Your Own
Adventures. Go to page 63. Yeah,
I used to like that.
If you want to go down the ravine, turn to page 73. Yeah.
Then it'd be like, you're dead. You made the wrong choice.
Go back. I didn't take my finger off the page.
Speaking of, do you remember the Oregon Trail? Remember that game?
I remember that.
That's the same thing.
Talking
like,
about my age, huh?
No, my age too. Austin, a thief comes in the night and steals a bushel of berries. Austin dies of, was it syphilis or what they used to say? It wasn't syphilis. You can't die of syphilis.
Because I definitely was pumping on the trail. Best believe.
He was pumping on the trail. I love Austin, no doubt, Trout. All right, we have a lot we want to get to today. I want to talk about your life a little bit. I know you have an announcement to make. Let's just do the announcement up front. People are waiting for it. This is a show full of announcements today. I know Dave Sr.'s coming on with some announcements a little later. But you had hit me up and you said you were chomping at the bit to talk about this. There's something major you want to talk about. So, I mean, I could set you up for it, but you know what you want to say. So the floor is yours. What's your major announcement?
I alluded to it right after my last fight. And I want to be the 155-pound champion. That's been my weight class my whole career. I still can make that weight class. I was thrown into 165 at Bare Knuckle because Diego could not make a lower weight. Became champion. Here I am, 2-time defending champion. But 155 is where I have my eyes on. And specifically, I want the winner of Soto and Tenaglia that's fighting right here in Dallas. First fight in Texas for BKFC. I want that winner.
Wow, that is a huge announcement. I mean, thank you. I didn't expect all that. You're dropping weight class. That's what you want to do. And now you're going to challenge the winner of that fight, which is well known. It's being promoted as, and it's true. It's one of, if not the greatest rematch in bare knuckle history. And now you're ready to step up and challenge for that. So you're going back to a more normal weight class. What did you think of 165? I mean, you cleared it out pretty much. You're doing great in 165. Are you going to miss the weight class a little bit? Did you like that challenge going higher?
The challenge was great. You know, I wanted to see what my power carried with, and it did. You know, I dropped probably 3 out of 4 guys in my fights, in all my wins. But you know, honestly, I want to manhandle some of these guys because you know these guys are big at 165, and then they don't go nowhere. So you know, it'd be nice to be the big man on campus again.
Do you think it's fair to say that we've seen your pro boxing, but do you think it's fair to say that we've only seen maybe you scratch the surface of bare knuckle at this point, and when you get to 155, that's a whole new set of problems for people?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I when I'm at a lower weight, I am faster. I'm sure there's an ideal weight for me where I'm the fastest and strongest, and it's really about 159, to be honest. So once I'm at hit 155, I'll be a little bit lower, a little bit faster, still as strong. Yeah, you know, you're gonna see a very explosive, dominant Trout.
I bet you money right now, everybody in the 155 weight class is texting, calling each other that, you know, like, oh, Trout's coming down, man, you better get ready. I mean, that's a huge weight class. You got this big fight coming up. You got, who else? Palomino's in that weight class. You've met him before. There's a lot of fun. I guess you think it's fun, bare knuckle fighting. I mean, I'd be petrified, but it's fun for you because you know what you're doing. So a lot of fun to be had in 155, and I'm excited to see when they start chirping. When they start chirping about Austin coming down, if they're going to chirp, they might keep their mouth shut. They might be nervous. I don't know.
We'll see. But I'm coming either way. You know, they're going to have to deal with me because I'm going to be champ real quick. And then all roads lead back to Trout. You feel me?
Every weight class, he's taking it over. Well, that's a huge announcement. I appreciate you wanting to come on and make that announcement today. And as that announcement settles in the chat, because we're live here and I'm seeing what they say about it, they seem to be excited about this as well. But if you're on, by the way, if you're on Instagram, come on over to YouTube. It's the Bare Knuckle Show. You can comment, let us know what you think. There's people in here. Let's see what they're saying about you. Oh yeah, they seem to like it, man. This is good news. So I like it as well. But what I want to talk to you about, aside from that huge announcement, we'll revisit that again because people are probably still tuning in. I mean, you came here, you're undefeated, champion, and now you're dropping a weight class to go where you're more comfortable. You've had so much success here, and we've talked about this before with other boxers, and you, I think. Boxers can't always seem to find success here. You've been the most successful. We've seen Hannah Rankin come in. It's no knock on her, but it's a hard sport to, I think, acclimate to. You would think if you're not studied up on it, it might be easy, but it's a hard sport to acclimate to after coming out of pro boxing. That's what I can see. Why have you acclimated so well to it? And like, what's the secret? Why are you so much better than the other boxers who try to come over here? Do you think you've embraced it more, kind of?
Yeah, I embraced them, but I think it's because maybe I was a little bit more fearful than the other fighters. They came in with, you know, I'm world champion. I've done this, I've done that. What are these guys going to do to me? And I think they underestimated kind of the equalizer that bare knuckle is. So I was I don't want to say afraid, but fear was one of the big reasons why I made sure I got real ready and was ready for anything. And I'm still scared, so I'm still going to keep continuing to master all the things I'm not good at. You know, we're going to start working with some Muay Thai guys. There's this arm wrestler who's going to start giving me some wrist workouts, you know, so I could really not break my arm anymore. You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
I'm not done perfecting what I think this sport is, and I want to be part of one of those guys that helped develop it.
Yeah.
You know,
well, you are
like how I look at Kai Stewart, I looked at Juggernaut, and I looked at even Palomino, because, you know, they brought a lot of different aspects to the game. You know, I want people to be like, I watched Trout, and he showed me how, for my style, I was able to capitalize in this bare knuckle game.
Oh, that's good. It's awesome to hear that. Now you got to wait. Let me rewind that. You got an arm wrestler guy showing you wrist techniques. You got to ask him. I don't even know, but there's a way that you can grip in arm wrestling to almost ensure you're always going to win. There's some trick Chris Jericho was talking about in his book, but I got to talk to him to find out what it is, because he wouldn't say it in his book. Ask him. There's some way you grip, and so that's going to be better, like wrist strength, wrist control.
Right. Because for me, most of my problems have been around this area of my hand. You know, my knuckles have always been good, but, you know, I've had some boxer breaks here, and as long as, you know, I have a good rep, I'm for the most part okay. But it could always be better, right? I need some wrists as thick as my forearms.
That's right. You know, I ask about the wrist workout because regularly I hear Brandon and Evan in there. They work their wrists out. It's myself too, maybe a couple times a day. You know what I mean? That's how we get our wrists strong. Look, they're not even laughing. That was a good joke. Show your wrist muscles.
They're not laughing because it's true.
Show the wrists off, boys. We don't need arm wrestling here. We're lonely men on the road. Yeah. Anyway.
Buddy's ambidextrous, I see.
The Stranger, right? You ever heard of The Stranger? You know what The Stranger is?
I heard of it.
The Dutch rudder, you mean?
I don't know the Dutch rudder. Inform me.
Are you?
Please tell me. I don't know the Dutch rudder.
I'll tell you after the show.
Oh, don't you want to know the Dutch rudder? Do you know that also?
Dictionary.
I don't know it. You can put it up. I know The Stranger. That used to be where they said you would sit on your hand till it was pins and needles.
Oh, that's.
I do. I know about The Stranger, but I have never heard about the Dutch.
Give it a Google when you get a chance.
I'm afraid to. I might get pulled off the network here at work.
Less dominant hand.
Yeah, they say the less dominant hand feels like someone else is doing it. What do you think?
Frozen.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Let's get
Trout's
back to
frozen. There, he's back.
Trout loves this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's having fun. Listen.
Bro, the internet. Yeah.
They're turning the Wi-Fi off on us.
Yeah, we're being crazy. So let's get back to boxing. I do have another question about boxing. If you can hear me, okay? Can you hear me, okay? I talk about unsavory content. Look what happens.
Yeah. I can hear you fine.
Right, as long as
I don't have any of my. I know, man.
That's all right.
But I have all my.
We can hear
all my windows are closed in.
That's all right.
By the thing. Yeah, we're good.
I trust you as long as you can hear me. So I wanted to ask you about the fact that, look, I feel like I'm being honest with you. It's changed a little bit, but in the boxing world, they haven't fully accepted bare knuckle yet. I don't feel like they love us too much. And I don't know if it's a competition thing, if they don't respect. I don't know what it is, but that's the vibe I get from not everybody in boxing, but a lot of boxing community. Did you get that vibe when you came here? And why? Why do you think that is?
Oh, right away. You know, some of the people, boxing fans mostly, and the thing about boxing fans, they're not like MMA fans.
Yep.
MMA fans are pretty loyal. You know, they have their fighter and they like their fighter and they will stick with their fighter, win, lose, or draw. It's kind of like the Cowboys team, fans. They love them regardless how terrible they are, and they're real brash about it. Boxing fans, they're bandwagons. They, you take one loss, it doesn't matter if it was a good fight or not. He's a bum, you should quit. So I heard a lot of guys from the boxing side when I made the move to bare knuckle, it was very negative connotation. Instead of, some people like on the MMA side were giving me props, like, bro, Trout's he's a warrior. This man goes to war. He wants to fight. He really likes fighting. On the boxing side, all I hear was like, oh, Trout must need money. He must need money now. He's being desperate, this, that, and the third. So, it was very negative coming from that side. And I don't understand why they do that. Boxing, the culture over there is kind of some hater. It's just not really to congratulate. So it's to see somebody fall. And I think that might have to do with, kind of how Ali was the bad guy, the villain, and people just kind of came to see him lose. And now you got a lot of people trying to be like Ali and just talking trash and being disrespectful. So we all just want to see people lose. And I'm kind of just trying to figure out why there's so much haters in boxing. But, you know, that is the culture.
Look, there's haters. When I was on the radio DJs hate each other. They're the biggest bunch of, I don't know. They're like stand-up comedians. They don't like each other. They're all jealous in a way. It's like it's the same thing. So it sounds similar in boxing.
Wow.
You know, and whatever. I'm glad you're here. You're glad you're here, obviously. And look, man, I do need the money. So if you want to send me any of your money, I was never a boxer, but I do need the money. So you can just give me your fight purse if you'd like. He's staying quiet.
I mean, we all need the money.
So the other thing I know you love outside of fighting and boxing, and we've talked about this. He's like, yeah, I ain't sending shit to him. Hang up. Gardening. You love gardening. You were telling me you enjoy gardening. You take great pride. Can we flash his plant up? Can you guys guess what kind of plant this is in the chat? What kind of plant is this, Evan?
I'm not good at plant.
That
looks like a tomato.
I thought it was tomato too, but you were ranting and raving about your cucumbers plants.
Oh.
Is that cucumber or tomato, Trout? That you sent me.
That's cucumber, man.
That's what I thought. So
That's my cucumber,
Cucumber.
as Maccabee would say.
So what are you growing right now? what are you growing in your garden?
Right now I got tomatoes, cucumbers, jalapenos, banana peppers.
Nice.
And I want to get some potatoes going. I'm a little late, but you know, we can do that here in Houston.
Yeah.
We can start late.
I know. I want to go for a swim in your pool. I saw that in the background too. It looks great. So with the gardening, you said you're most proud of your cucumbers, correct? Is there a weird?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cucumbers. So I'm wondering that when you get the biggest cucumber you have, can you mail it to us? Because I don't know if you know this, but Evan he loves cucumbers, loves the way they taste, loves the way they feel, especially. But he loves the way they taste. Very into cucumbers. Could you send one?
Vitamins, minerals. Hair gets long. Sliced cucumbers.
Evans catching strays
I don't eat
left
them
and
whole.
right.
All right. So the other thing is deer. Around here, my garden with deer, they're showing up nonstop. So I had to find a way to stop deer from coming. I was telling you this the other day. I was going around my yard shaving Irish Spring soap all around my yard because I hate that smell and it kept. The other thing is human urine. Now I haven't tried that yet, but I would guess since you're a world champion, if you could send your urine in too, we could probably spread it all around my property and keep all the deer away. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. And I mean, I already kind of piss around my garden because I don't feel like going inside. So
There you go.
it's working.
Next time we're in Philly, you come stay at my house. You can piss all around my garden too. It'll be great. All right. So the only other thing I have for you is
I got you, man. We'll give it these deer.
the only other thing I have for you is your boxing gym. I'm very excited. We were talking about that, and I know you're an entrepreneur. You have your fighting career, but now you're opening your boxing gym. You're trying to come up with a name for it. I think you have, and you said you're going to train bare knuckle there. That's awesome. I'm very excited about that. But tell me more about your boxing gym, where it's going to be and stuff. You're pretty close to it.
Yeah, so we're going to open up in July. Right now, the name I got is No Doubt Training Academy, but we're going to see because I want to add, some BKFC or bare knuckle to it. Okay. So we'll see. It's right attached to a American Ninja Warrior gym. So I have so many little athletic kids, to pick from right now. I'm very excited about getting it up because I think it's going to be one of the first, if not the first, bare knuckle gym in Texas. And we're going to really focus on a lot of the hybrid styles that are in bare knuckle, and I have some really good coaches that come from all types of disciplines, from one Greco, grappling, all kinds of different disciplines. So we can teach everybody different ways to whoop somebody's ass.
There you go. Well, we're excited to see whose ass you're going to whoop when you come to 155. They're all on notice now. This was an exciting announcement, an exciting day. I wish you luck with your boxing gym. You're always fun to talk to, man. I appreciate you coming on and enduring all the stupidity. And you seem to now look. Is the connection working well now? Move your hand.
I don't know.
Now it's back as I'm wrapping it up. Anyway, hey, look, I'm up against it. I got the president, David Feldman. He pays my checks. He's coming in next. So, Austin, No Doubt Trout, thank you so much for coming on, bro. Shout out to you. I expect to read at least 17 of those books by the next time I talk to you.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Austin, no doubt Trout. Big announcement today. Thank you, Austin, for coming on. And I think I think I saw him. I don't know if he's playing. What are we doing? You guys, you hitting buttons over there? What are you doing?
You know what I got? Here, I'll show you. This guy in my ear.
I know he's yakking. I see.
He's like, can we show this on the show today?
The corner of my eye. He doesn't come in before the show. He comes in during the show, and then he just reads his text message. Who do you think's texting him right now?
Who knows?
He's got all kinds of cool stuff he wants to do.
Go sit down.
Apparently, there's a lot of announcements. Come on in. I don't know what he's doing.
He's got your phone. I'm just
Yeah, leave that up for a second.
Hi, David. How are you? How are you, David Feldman? David Feldman, everybody. Here he is.
So you were talking about
Yeah, keep talking to the mic.
You were talking about Evan's obsession with cucumbers.
You know
again.
about it too. Zucchini and cucumber. He loves it.
any phallic-shaped vegetable or fruit.
Trout was like, he was like, man, you're beating up on Evan today. I said, well. Anyway, Austin Trout's always a fun time. Another guy, it's a fun time. We have him in here. David Feldman, thank you for coming in. I saw you lurking over there, and I know you have a lot of major announcements you're excited about. Quite frankly, I don't even know what announcements we're supposed to announce, so that's going to be on you if I get in trouble, okay? Do you know the thing? Did they tell you about the Friday announcement on the broadcast? Don't tell you. We're holding something for that. Do you know which one that is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm making sure. Because, if we don't do an announcement on the broadcast, certain people start to get all butthurt and complain.
So that's the...
Yeah, you're crazy. Anyway, all right. Dave, you're funny.
Bro, let me just tell you a story. So I'm sitting at home, and I'm just sitting around getting ready to come in, and I get this FaceTime by one of the biggest stars in all of Hollywood. One of the biggest stars in Hollywood. And I'm like, huh? So I answered it. We talked for a couple minutes. He said, I want to do your documentary. I'm like, you want to do my documentary? He's like, I want to do your documentary. I want to do your documentary. I want to help you blow up BKFC. I want to do docuseries on the fighters. I want to do a lot of different series as well. I want to help you blow this up. I really like you. You're a good dude, and I want to make sure that I can help make BKFC the biggest thing in the world. And I was like, literally, I didn't know whether to smile, cry, be like, holy shit, one of the biggest stars in all of Hollywood. It was really, truly unbelievable.
Now you keep saying one of the biggest stars.
I can't say who it is right now because we before tried to do a deal, and now we're actually going to do a deal. So until the deal is actually done,
I think I might know what it is because I think I had my a glass to the wall last time in your office and we were talking to this guy on the phone. This is a while back, like a couple of years maybe. But do me a favor. Can you guys do mic protection? Shut the mics off. All right, put it back on. Oh, dude, are you gonna be? I want to blast that out.
Dude, it's gonna be unbelievable.
Can I say it? Please let me say it. Come on.
Oh, you're gonna blow the deal.
Oh, dude.
It's really unbelievable. It was literally
God. Did you guys
I was
hear
like
that?
a kid in a candy store, man. I was like, holy shit.
Holy crap!
It was awesome, man.
Wow.
It was
So
really
he
awesome.
wants to do wow, that guy of all people.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get things done and announce something in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But I mean, he's going to help blow up BKFC, which is unbelievable because this guy can.
Oh my God,
he can,
sure can.
right?
He's blown things up multiple times in his career.
He can do it.
He knows
man.
what he's doing.
He can do it, man.
I'm shaking. I'm so excited
yeah,
for
man.
you. That's
I was
awesome.
so happy, man. So happy. man.
MMA History Podcast. Can you answer this one question? They want to know. Be honest. Is it Ron Jeremy? They said.
That's Evan's idol.
Poor Evan, man. Today.
One of many.
all
a fellow titan of industry.
They're all guessing. Kurt Sutter, they're guessing no, but he's great with Sons of Anarchy. They're guessing in the chat. The Rock, they're saying there's a lot of good people. I know you're not going to tell us.
I want to see if someone guesses it.
All right, we'll keep looking. Guess it if you want. I can't believe that. I'm going to tell you it's huge news, and if you want to know who it is, simply send $20 to my PayPal, and I'll let each one of you know, okay? Just hit me up. Stallone, somebody's saying. Brad Pitt. They're going nuts. Let's see.
I hope it's Mel Gibson.
Remember when he went on that rant? You're fake pics. Yeah, that was a good rant. We should have clips of that. All right. Do you remember that rant he went on, Mel Gibson? I used to play that on the radio. It was
crazy.
great. All right. Well, I'm excited. I didn't know what to do.
That was great, man.
No,
It was awesome.
That was a big announcement for me.
Yeah. Look, man, I don't get really excited lately.
I don't get flustered like that
because
either.
it's the next one, it's the next one, it's the next one. I mean, I'm happy about things, But I was like, holy shit. Like, I tapped my wife on the shoulder. I'm like, yo, this guy just said he wants to help blow us up. Like, I was like, holy shit. It's going to be unbelievable.
Wow, man. All right. Well, look, hopefully we have more info on that. He'll kill me if I say it. Otherwise, I would give it to you. That's why they never tell me anything. But that's big news. So I thought that was, I didn't even know we were having that announcement today. I'm like thrown off. We have a lot of announcements. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. You just kind of woke up. You had a big smile when you walked in. Man. All right. So a lot of other stuff to get to. First of all, before we even get into announcements, what's going on, Dave? You're always running around the globe trying to keep things going on. Anything you want to share with us from your recent travels or any business dealings before we get to the announcements that are interesting?
I mean, just a lot of really good things are starting to happen, like really, really good things. I was on here last Tuesday. I said I had a huge meeting in New York. That meeting went phenomenal. It's not signed, sealed, and delivered yet, so I can't actually make that announcement. But I'm telling you, like, game changing.
Is that what I was talking on the phone? You were headed up. Is that the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's huge too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Game changing. I mean, I literally couldn't have went any better. I couldn't have scripted it any better. Couldn't have got a better result. It was really unbelievable.
Good. Well, that's
unbelievable. I mean, listen, man, and this is like real talk now. Like, everybody here works their ass off, right? They work their ass off, and when I can deliver good news like that, like, it just makes me feel so much better. Not because we're going to make money, but because, man, we tried so hard to make this thing the biggest thing in the world, and then when we see other people believing in our dream, it's truly unbelievable.
It pours more fuel in your tank.
It does.
I guess,
it does. It does. Because how many times? I mean, listen, we talked. How many times have we talked? And we're like,
off the ledge.
We gotta lift each other up.
Yeah.
But I mean, these are some mind blowing things that are going on right now that are put a lot of fuel in my tank.
Well, I'm excited about that, man. It puts a lot of fuel in everybody's tank. Me too when you just told me that. So do you want to get to some announcements now? Well, the first thing, I know there's one you want, but I want to show one off because I kind of want to try to go in order if we can.
Yeah.
Texas. I don't know if this has been announced yet, but I love the fact that this is kind of playing out like this. These two guys couldn't be more different. You know where I'm headed, right?
Yeah, man.
And they're both, I've spoken to them both privately, and they both have words for each other. I can't wait till this thing clashes. Let's flash the graphic up. Here's what I'm talking about. We've talked about Cameron. He's our, our PBR bull rider. Here it is. Cowboys versus Indians. He's fighting a Native American.
Yeah, I mean, look, like, we didn't make this up. Nate sent me, I said, send me a picture of Delano's opponent. He sent it to me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, did he get dressed up for that? He's like, no, he's a Blackfoot Indian. And I was like, wait, you're telling me the Cowboys fighting the Indian? Like, holy shit. It's unbelievable, man.
I mean, it couldn't go better.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a great, it's his debut. We're not putting him in soft, so it's going to be one hell of a fight. And look, man, we got something to promote, man, right? Like, awesome. That's great. I mean, Cowboys versus Indians. And I know Indians might not be politically correct. I'm a Native American. I'm an Indian. So you can say it, right? It's Blackfoot Indian. He's a Blackfoot Indian, and he's taking on a PBR bull rider.
Well, it's funny.
I mean, can you even?
No, you can't make it better than that.
You can't.
But I talked to them both privately on the phone just to kind of see where their heads are. And I had the cowboy going, I'm fighting an Indian. And I had the Indian going, I'm fighting a cowboy, and they're ready to go at it now, dude. Like, it was real. I was like, this is crazy.
That's great, man.
Anyway, we're excited about that. That's a very small announcement, but I thought that was interesting.
It's not that small. I mean,
well, what I mean is,
I know, compared to the other ones.
Yep. Yeah. That's an announcement for a fight on the card. Not a very small announcement, a huge announcement because, Cameron's going to come in and do some great stuff, and so is the Native American. Now, we have other announcements we want to get to because this is what we do. This is like announcement palooza today. The next announcement, if we're going in order here, I want to make sure they're ready too for it. That's why I'm being.
I want to make sure too.
You want to talk about Australia, right?
We can talk about Australia.
I'm trying to go in order, or we could leave that to the end. We leave Philly to the end. What do you want to do? Which one do you want to do?
Let's announce Philly.
All right, let's do Philly first. So you guys ready for Philly?
Yes.
All right, they said thumbs up. So another big announcement on the Philly card.
Yeah, we're coming back to Philly. So we're going to do another huge card here in November, but we can't get the date to the Wells Fargo until the basketball and the hockey season comes out. So we have like 4 different holds on there, so we're not sure which one is going to land on. But that's going to be our final fight in Philly this year, and that's going to end up, like I said, November, Wells Fargo Center. That's going to be a huge, huge card again. This is another good card in a great facility.
It's awesome.
It's just unbelievable there, right? I mean, the atmosphere is there. It's closed in. It's the old ECW arena. It's just an amazing, amazing atmosphere. So July 25th, we're coming back to Philly there, and we got a Dustin Peg versus Pedersen. It's going to be a good main event there. We obviously got, I mean, he was viral, right? I mean, this guy was viral. He was viral by getting knocked out. And he came into my office last week, and I had a talk with him, and I said, listen, what's the worst thing that could happen to you in a fight career? And he said, getting knocked the fuck out in front of all my fans. I said, it happened.
Done. Move on.
So you're good.
Yep.
He said, I'm so good, man. I can't wait to come back. I want to come back. So Pat Sullivan will be back.
Wait a minute, Pat Sullivan. I got to talk about him real quick.
Yeah.
So he went viral with the knockout and the way he did want to go viral,
sure.
but he also got a lot on the weigh-in show. He came out, broke his sunglasses, acted crazy. That went viral too. Pat was on the show. I can't wait to have him on again. The guy is a firecracker. He's so entertaining. Actually, my daughter, you know her, Alessia, she's 4.
Yep.
She came to the weigh-in show. She still, and my son Nick, they still talk about Pat.
I mean,
Sullivan.
listen, man, the guy's got so much energy. It's unbelievable. It's contagious. It really is. He's like, so I'm like, bro, calm down. Calm down. We're like, I'm just so nervous in front of you. I said, don't be nervous.
No.
Let's go, man. I said, forget the fans, forget me, forget anybody else next time you go fight. Get ready for the fight. Go out there and do what you can do. Because I saw the guy box in the gym, and he can fight.
He was out training in Vegas for a while, trying to get ready for it.
But what I said to him, though, is I said, listen, you didn't get your ass kicked, meaning you didn't get your ass kicked for 5 rounds.
No.
You got caught with the first shot and got knocked out, and that could happen to anybody. Now, if you get caught with the first shot and get knocked out again,
then
it's probably a career for you.
Yeah. Send to Ice Wars maybe, because he's a hockey
But he's
guy.
coming back, and then obviously we got
Cannoli.
We got Mr.
Cannoli's
Cannoli,
coming back.
Johnny Cannoli.
I can't wait for Cannoli. That guy.
Johnny Garbarino. I mean, great guy, wants to promote himself, training his ass off. This is a step up in competition. Then I'm trying to get him 3 more times for the remainder of the year. He's got some other stuff coming up that we're working on. I mean, what a great guy, because he wants to promote himself, right? And that's what I always say to you. Man, I just wish these guys would want to promote themselves. He wants to promote himself, and it's going to be interesting.
So Cannoli, yeah, if you're just new to this, South Philly goes on fire for this guy. You say his name, everybody's talking about him. He's one of the biggest things in Philly, and we kind of knew him before this.
Yep.
But it's amazing how Bare Knuckle took him to another level.
100%.
He loves being here, and he loves the fans. So if you ever see Cannoli, say hello, let him give you a Cannoli slap.
And then Big Lex Ludlow's making his return.
Yeah.
He had a great fight last time. He's making his return against Louis Rumsey. That's going to be another banger, man. 2 big dudes in there. Then we got a lot of other undercard fights that we're going to announce. But I'm excited to come back in Philly always, because the energy is like nothing else.
Yeah, that's got to mean a lot to you. Not only you did Wells Fargo, we set the record there, and now you're doing an arena where it's been around, like you said, 2,300 ECW arena. It's been around since like the
Well, I mean,
90s.
I think I talked about it on this show, but that's where I did the first show.
Yep.
The first fight ever in the warehouse next to it, for old former Mills building. One bare knuckle fight, like 8 to 10 people there. Crazy.
Yeah. It's also the arena, I think, where we held the first tryouts, right?
Yep.
It's where Sam Shoemaker back then broke the
record.
Yeah.
Broke the machine.
He broke the whole machine.
Actually, he literally broke the wall.
I remember. Oh, I know he broke the
broke
wall.
the wall. Yep.
Shoemaker. So before we get to other announcements, you know this as well as I do. 7 years yesterday celebrating the company. So somebody sent something in. They wanted memories from us. We gave them a couple memories inside and off the screen. They wouldn't know, like behind the scenes stuff. For you, I'm putting you on the spot here. 7 years. The greatest memory you have. I know you're probably going to say Philly. That's cool, but
no, I think it's 2 or 3, right?
Okay.
I mean, I think just being able to put on the first fight.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that night. I'll never forget that week, because so much bullshit happened. I'll never forget that week. So that's probably probably will always remain.
But is that the
biggest
documentary where they shot you? Like, you wipe your ass with these papers.
Yeah, I got
That's
served.
The one?
I got served. Someone tried to sue me for stealing bare knuckle from them. Some fucking jerk off down the street. Man, that was crazy. So that one, I would say, Sturgis was just unbelievable because of how many seas of people, and it's going to be double this year.
Couldn't even see
That
the
was
end
an
of the
amazing one. I also think Wembley Arena. And when they played,
cool.
and when they
Sweet
played,
Caroline.
when they played Sweet Caroline, like that was, I got the chills because we had such so many great fights that night, and then the Mike Perry MVP fight went 6 rounds, so it was just unbelievable. Like, you couldn't have scripted it any better. And then obviously, the closest one to us now was the Wells Fargo Arena, because I looked around there and I was like, man, I said we were going to do this. We did this. I just kept looking and going, there's not an empty fucking seat in the place. I can't believe this. And then they gave me the attendance report, and I'm like,
holy crap.
I literally wanted to cry, man. I'm like, we broke the fucking attendance record. We broke the attendance record in the city of Philadelphia for combat sports indoor event. Now listen, they did do a big outdoor event before at some I forget what the name of the stadium was.
What,
I
you
could be
talking
saying
about
it
the old
wrong.
boxing fight from years prior?
Yeah.
That was that JFK? No, it was before that, right?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either. I'm honestly, I don't know.
But anyway,
I know what you're talking about because
but,
I remember we were talking about breaking.
You know how good of a feeling that was?
It was
man?
awesome.
That was
I know, I was
truly
there.
unbelievable, man. And then it was funny because Connor went out and everybody went out, and I said, "No, man, I'm hanging with my people," and we all went over to Xfinity Live, and they made us feel great. It was such an amazing lead up to that week. I remember driving over the double-decker bridge to the fight, and the whole place was packed, and I saw the thing all lit up, and I was like, "Holy shit, we sold that out!"
Same
it was
thing.
great. Man.
I was driving.
That was probably the second best memory. I mean, the first fight will always be my best memory because never really thought it was going to get done.
Well, it did, and look where we're at now. And I had the same thing driving over a double-decker bridge, and I saw a billboard, and it was going to the weigh-in show. I'm like, man, this is tomorrow. Like, what the hell?
Bro, 7 fucking years, man.
Doesn't
it's crazy.
It doesn't
man.
feel like it, but it does. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You need to do a lineup shot of all the staff and see how
Bro.
badly we've aged.
It's bad.
Holy, I killed you guys, man.
I know.
But I'm going to reward you.
I don't know. I didn't put it
reward
on
you.
today. I have to put it on next week. I can't get it all now, but I think somebody sent in a picture of me. I forget who it was, from a podcast that we did back in the day when Rob was doing it with us. I look like I'm 10.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I look like I could, from the first event to today, I look like I could be today's son. At the first event, like that could be my
Kind of do,
son.
dude. You kind of. Oh, look, here it is. Bowls, Beers, and Brawls. Where I was Bowls, Beers, and Brawls. I put him in the wrong whip. He said that you're showing your guns off today. He's very excited about that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I guess it's a good-looking shirt on you. He's excited. All right, we have more to announce. This next announcement, I guess we're going to get to some Australian stuff.
Yeah,
right?
so tickets go live tonight, 9 p.m. in the United States. Obviously, not a lot of people are going to buy them in the United States, but 9 a.m. Perth time tomorrow. So they go live 9 a.m. Perth time at the RAC Arena. I think I'm going to go from the feature fight is going to be Hayes Heppy, and we had an opponent for him. We're getting a new opponent for him now, but Hayes Heppy, who you guys saw, looked sensational on the Italy card.
awesome.
So he's going to be the feature fight. He's from Queensland, Australia.
Oh, perfect.
So he's going to be the feature fight. The co-main event will be Beck Rawlings, obviously, our Australian girl, the queen of the original queen of bare knuckle.
Yeah.
She'll be taking on Jade Masan Wong in the co-main event, and then the main event will be. Remember, I talked about it last week. I said, how would the fans like if a champion fought somebody outside of their weight in a non-title fight, and it ended up being a really cool fight? Do you have that video, guys?
What, from last week?
Now, do you guys have the video?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, so Ben Rothwell, he's going to fight at the super heavyweight division, and it's just because I wanted to get him busy. I didn't have a number one contender that I thought made sense right now. So what we did is we went up a little bit. He's going to fight outside his division. He's going to fight a former strongman guy who has a couple boxing matches, a couple MMA fights, and he's like 9-0 with kickboxing. His name is Alex Simon. It's going to be at about 300 pounds. This dude is a beast. Now, this isn't the most professional video, but I just want you guys to see a little bit about this
Is
guy.
Alex here? Oof. Oh.
Fight news coming soon.
This ain't getting out of the... Look at that! Oh, it's over!
So that's Alex Simon, and he's wow, another good knockout. He's from Australia, and he's going to take on Big Ben Rothwell. So listen, I don't know what's going to happen there, but I know you got a guy that's 300 pounds, 6 foot and change, that's coming to bang, man, and coming to throw. And he actually said, "Can I make it for the title?" And I said, "No, there's no title at Super Heavyweight. We're not doing that." But I mean, I think this is for Australia. Now, listen, if I put this card in Florida, you guys wouldn't get that excited. This guy is huge in Australia.
So they're all going to be behind him.
So I think it's going to be unbelievable. They're predicting a fairly fast sellout over there in Perth. So I'm very excited about that, and it's going to be a great event.
I'm excited to see Big Ben Rothwell in the squared circle anytime I can.
Is Ben in there?
Sometimes he is. He might be on Instagram. He hangs. Sometimes he hangs on Instagram and kind of talks to people on there. If you are watching on Instagram, head to our YouTube channel. It's the Bare Knuckle Show, and you can comment. Let Dave know what you think of that fight. I'm excited, and I'm also excited that co-main. Oof.
Yeah, that's
going to be awesome.
That's going to be a great fight.
And then Hayes coming back. You're right. Italy was like I'd never really seen much of him.
I mean, I think Hayes gets another really good win. I mean, it could put him in title contention. But they actually said, can I fight Ben Rothwell for the title? I said, nah, man, you have one fight. You got to get another fight, at least one more fight first. So I'm excited about it. I think that card is going to be stacked. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. We have so many great fighters from all over Australia that are fighting on this card, and I think we're going to come on with some killers.
Savage Combat Sports in the chat saying, better reinforce the squared circle. Reinforce it for these big boys. And he goes on to say, Big Ben Rothwell is going to put that dude down.
Good.
So here's what you're going to see, I think. You're going to see the BKFC loyalists, all these fans in the chat, they're going to be rooting for Ben like crazy.
Yep.
And then you're going to see all the Australians wanting Ben to... It's going to be good, dude. It's going to be intense.
Look, if this was a boxing match or an MMA fight, I probably wouldn't have done this because it's different. But this is brutal, man. This is bare knuckle. The guy is big, strong, and he's coming to punch, man, and he's coming to win. And I think it's exciting. I really think it's exciting. I mean, you got 2 300-pounders in there, right? 600+ pounds in there, and what? 13 feet of people in that ring fighting each other. That's going to be amazing. So everybody over there in Australia is already going crazy about it. So let's talk about Australia just a little more.
I'd love to.
This. Articles every day in the paper. Bloodsport. I think I talked about it last week, but Bloodsport, are they banning this? Finally, the commissioner came out and said he will not ban the bare knuckle boxing event. He approved it. What the public didn't know is this has been a 6-month approval process for us.
Yeah.
This wasn't something we just threw out there and said, hey, get us approved. The doctor, I had a call with him, and I actually had an argument with him because I said, listen, I said, did you watch any fights? He said, no. I said, did you look at our data? He said, no. I said, well, you're probably not a doctor I want treating me if you're not doing your research, right?
It's true.
He didn't do his research, and he said it's a blood sport. Yeah. Well, it is a blood sport, but people aren't getting, banged up, aren't getting concussed, stitches. Aren't getting all the stuff. They're getting stitches, man.
Superficial damage.
They're getting stitches. And that had created, those articles have created so much hype in Perth right now. Everybody's talking about, even my other guys from the other end. So Perth is like California, and then you got Queensland, who's like Philly, all the way on the other side, right?
There you go.
Yep.
Wow. Health minister refuses to say whether she supports calls for doctors to call off bare knuckle boxing event. Bare knuckle fighting event. I can't stand when people call it bare knuckle boxing.
All right.
It drives me nuts, though.
Oh, they're going to see it there. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be an amazing event. I mean, big sponsors already coming on board. It's going to be on pay-per-view on DAZN and pay-per-view on Fox over there in Australia.
I have heard that Australia is wonderful. I've heard that Perth is one of the nicest places you can visit. I was saying this last week. I had some guy on a pro wrestling business trip, and he said he actually added a week to his stay. He loved it so much. He never does that.
Well, you guys can't.
I'm not going to.
So actually, we got lucky. We got lucky because I missed the timing. Like I wasn't even thinking of it, and it is in the morning, so we're actually leaving at night.
Yeah, our fight will start I'm going to have to be up at 5 a.m., right, to get there.
At least, yeah.
I'm going to have to drink some coffee that morning.
Yeah. Crazy.
Dude, I'm going to have to be running around like a lunatic by 7 a.m. Sounds like my house.
7 a.m. That's crazy, man.
Just go out drinking the night before.
Just stay up.
With everybody else.
Yeah, but then I'll make bad decisions. I'll say dumb things on the mic that I shouldn't say.
Nah, no drinking.
I don't like drinking.
No.
Do I, Evan?
No, of course. Sober as a priest.
Well, we've not during work, yeah, but not on the flight home. I'll be honest with you. I like to, it's Australia. That's a long flight, bro. All right, so let's see what else we have to get to. There are major announcements. Oh, we have to also talk about what's the other announcement? The one that was going to be Friday. I told you about. Don't say that one. Was there something? Oh, Sturgis. Are tickets on sale for Sturgis yet?
I'm not 100% sure. I think they're going on sale 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Okay.
They could be on sale today, but I think it's tomorrow morning. They had a little problem getting that ticket system up because what they normally do there is they sell a ticket to Sturgis, that event, to come in just that day, and anybody can come in. This is a different ticket for an event, and they usually don't do that kind of thing, so they're going to do it here. But they're anticipating
what we did last year.
They told me yesterday they're anticipating 35,000 there. 35,000.
Dude, did you see who else? ZZ Top's on the bill. Stone Temple Pilots. It goes on and on.
Yep.
So this is major league, and there's a lot. I climbed the lighting rig last year. I plan on doing it again this year if I'm allowed.
You
but
did.
That's so I could see the crowd. I feel like Woodstock or something. I looked out, you just didn't see an end of people. I can't imagine.
Oh, do you want me to tell you what I am doing, what I am adding on that card. You think I should drop it now, Ev, or should I wait a little bit?
You're probably going to ride one of those
Another
cool
in
quads
that-
in, right? One of those,
No.
one of those three-wheelers? You're not going to ride
No,
one of those
man, I
quads in?
didn't. So let me talk about that. They say, yo, you want to ride a bike in? And I'm like, yeah, I'll ride a bike in. And they
didn't
put me
know.
on the three-wheeler, and I was a little bit like, come on, man, I gotta ride a
I heard
bike
you.
in because everybody's gonna fuck with me, and they did. But it was cool. It was definitely cool. But so we don't do gimmicks here, right?
No.
We don't do gimmicks. No, I mean we don't do gimmicks in the fights. The
No.
fights are real. They're
Yeah.
vicious. They're
Yeah.
brutal. But we are doing a little gimmick on a fight that's still going to be real,
You're
vicious,
really-
and brutal.
I know what this is. I think you're being serious about that.
Yes.
I'm in. I can't wait, dude.
Yes, we are doing. I don't know how to.
I'll say it.
How
so
can
you
you
don't get
say
in trouble.
politically correct?
I can tell you how to say politically correct.
Go ahead.
Well, they say you should say little people,
Right.
but then it sounds like children.
Right.
I have a friend that's a midget wrestler named Hornswoggle. I've met him before.
Right.
And he told me it's midgets because you make money as a midget wrestler.
Okay.
Now, I almost got kicked off the radio for saying midget. I got in big trouble for that, though. So be
So
careful.
we're doing a midget bare knuckle
Yeah.
fight
Yeah,
at
dude.
Sturgis.
I'm in.
That crowd there is going to love this.
I'm
This
gonna
is
love
gonna-
it.
But I mean, they're guys. They can fight. They
Yeah.
fought before in England. They're coming over here to fight over here in the United States.
This is awesome.
It's going to be a great fight.
I thought I got excited when I heard
That's
there's a
gonna be
mini
fun.
kiss. Now there's mini bare knuckle fighters.
Do they like it or they don't
Well,
like
it's going
it?
to take a minute because they're a little bit on delay here. So what do you think about the minis? In Mexico, they call them minis.
I mean, listen,
The
we got
mini
to
bare
have
knuckle
fun,
fight.
right? It's Sturgis. It's not like we're at a big stadium somewhere else or a big arena somewhere else. It's Sturgis, man. I mean, you got to do different things there.
They're all laughing.
And I think, Connor's going to love it.
I'm gonna love it. Connor's gonna. You'll love it too. Come on, dude. One time, there's a pro wrestling they call micro wrestlers 2 match. I think you or somebody promoted it in Philly. I came to watch. You're like, Soch, get in there and threaten them. And I
No,
did.
that's when Connor fought Floyd Mayweather. I did mini money versus mini Mac. Do you remember that?
I do.
I did mini money versus mini Mac.
Luckily, you got all the gimmicks out
That
of your
was
system
crazy,
before bare
man.
knuckle.
Yeah.
But I got in the ring and the midgets beat me up. It was. I wish there was footage of that. It was awesome. Right on. Somebody has question marks. There's laughing. Someone said call micro. Crazy clown saying cool. Hopefully they have 2 mini ring girls. They want mini ring girls. You're saying all in fun. Fits right in for Sturgis.
They had a mini ring girl there last year. Remember?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do you remember?
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Evan, remember?
Do you remember the mini ring girl?
There was a mini ring girl.
I wasn't there.
Floating around. Oh, you
Yeah,
weren't?
she sure was floating around.
Brandon, you remember the mini ring girl floating around?
He's, no,
She was hanging with a couple of our guys.
She sure was. All right, so micro molars, people saying LFG, that'll be great. Again, it makes sense. LFG, and then I seen a midget fight and they get down. That's what Bear Necro has to say. All right, so everyone seems excited. Everyone seems excited about this. These are big announcements. I didn't even know we were getting the minis announcement today. That's awesome. Is there anything else? Oh, we have to talk more about Sturgis. I can't say it now. We're leaving it for broadcast. But when you tune in this Friday, when we're in Albuquerque to BKFC, it's going to be a great night of fights. You should tune in anyway. But we're going to give you an announcement live on the show of one of the biggest, I think the main event, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be a big deal.
It's going to be a big deal.
So I'm actually.
It's a good main event. It's a good card. Nate's putting a hell of a card together there. He really is. I told him, I said, you got to put a great card together here. You got to have some really good knockouts and some really good fights. And he said done.
Well, it's going to be great here. They're still going on about the minis. I saw boxing matches with midgets, and they are vicious. It's great. Scott is saying, I remember the mini. He's in here. Scott Athron. All right. Anyway, those little girls are strong, too. Little Ben. This is going to be Dave's favorite comment. Dave, little Ben is in the comments, and he goes, couldn't Travis Thompson fight a midget? I told you you're going to like that.
So we also have a prelude to the midget fight on August 2nd. It's in Philly. Travis Thompson is fighting.
Okay.
So he's going to start that off.
You're insane. All right.
He was at my house Sunday, and I just beat his ass, like verbally. Beat him up.
For
He
what?
went home with his head between his legs.
What did he do to you?
He just
Exists.
He's so great to mess with, man. It's unbelievable.
The Christmas show.
It's unbelievable. He came over. I cooked him some dinner.
What would you cook him? You're a good. People don't know that about you. You're a good cook. What did you cook him?
No, I did some barbecue. I did some chicken skewers, sausage, different shit like
Sausage. Everyone would like that. So if you
I do make the best pasta salad in the world. I make the best pasta salad. Nobody makes a better pasta salad than me.
I
you
love
like
pasta salad.
Yeah.
Bring some in.
Nobody makes it better.
Do you when you cook on the grill, are you a barbecue or a charcoal or is it a gas grill situation?
It's a gas grill, man.
Okay, I'm just checking because there's barbecuing and there's cooking on the grill.
man.
There's what do you
I'm
mean?
not a barbecuer.
No, why not?
No.
Do you ever cook skewers on there? Like you make like the with the kebabs?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yep.
I've never been invited to your house for a barbecue.
I know.
Actually, I have. I was
Be
at
the
your-
July 4th party at Dave's house.
Yeah, I'm never home for that.
Oh, we should.
I'm never home for that. I was at your
Am I going
40th.
down the shore?
I was at your 40th. You probably will be. I was at your 40th. That was fun. There was a trampoline in your backyard. I almost killed myself, or your side yard. Do you remember that?
Oh, that was
That
yeah.
was that was
Yeah.
when you were the richest man on the street.
Yeah.
We used to say. Anyway, so
That
there's-
was fun.
everyone's still. Oh, they're still going on about the small people. Hey, what's the shadow boxer? Have you seen this? Tell Dave to sign the shadow boxer to a fight in Ireland or the UK. Do you know the shadow boxer?
I mean, I heard the name.
So have I, but I don't know much
haven't-
about it.
I think he messaged me a few times. Honestly, I get so many messages,
It's
so I don't want to
insane.
be a dick to the guy. But I think he messaged me. I think he said he wants to fight. So I'm going to look back on that.
You should. I'll say this. I'll double down on that. Look, I've tried to, and I think you guys can actually, so they know I'm not lying. You guys, if you've ever had to have a meeting with Dave, I love you, man, but it sucks. Because you sit in his office, I got a one-on-one where we get some stuff done. We get it done. 15 turns into 45 because every 5 seconds, da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. I don't know how you live like that. Your phone, it does. I almost feel like you're calling yourself. People are calling you so much.
Yeah.
That never stops.
No, it's crazy, man.
Jeez. All right. Well, let's let him get back to work. He probably got 1,500 text messages during this. We're excited for all these huge announcements. President David Feldman, it's my show. It's our show. It's a fan show, but it's your show. You own the joint. Anything else you want to say before you get out of here?
No. All good. No, I'm sorry. I'm dealing with something. Again, guys, thank you.
See?
Tune in. We've had a 4-week break, right? 4 weeks?
I don't know. I lost
I
track
think
of
we've
time.
I think we've had 3 weeks off. This is our 4th week right now. So we got Albuquerque, then we got Mohegan, then we got Texas, then we got England, then we got 4th of July, then we got Hard Rock, then we got Australia, then we got Philly,
There's a
then we
great
got
actually,
Sturgis,
There's a great article.
and then we have
BKFC.com.
Canada. Nine events in a row.
Jesus.
9 events in a row.
BKFC.com has basically how we're setting the summer on fire. They have a lot about this. Might as well do the upcoming. Hey, before you leave, you've never heard Brandon do this. Brandon does a very good read. He's either going to be Chris Lytle today. You could be Sean Wheelock. You could be. Why don't you be Dave? You could be Dave. Or you could be yourself. Evan has a future of this. He's been reading the schedule. Listen how good before you leave he sounds. Ready? Go ahead.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Who are you going to be today? You going to mock Dave in front of him like you know
No,
he's not here?
No, I haven't done.
Do
that.
it. Do me.
Do you?
Do me.
That's a hard one.
Do me.
We got a huge schedule coming up of events.
Major announcements.
Major announcements coming in.
No, do my voice.
Do the
can't.
Delco accent.
I don't have.
Do the
this
Delco
voice.
accent. Just do the Delco accent.
No, that's
Well,
not.
try it like
Dave's
that.
not does the Delco.
He's got a
accent.
Delco accent.
No, I don't.
His son
Do I?
does. Junior does.
Junior's got a really
Junior's
bad
got
one.
the hard Delco.
Yeah, well, not bad one. Anyway, just do your read. It's
All
fine.
right. June is on fire this month. We have BKFC 75, June 6th in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Dave Mundell takes on Donald Sanchez for that middleweight title. Fuck. Following week, BKFC Fight Night Mohegan Sun. Porter versus Kleckler. Jesus Christ. Should I take... BKFC 76 in Texas. Tenaglia versus Soto 2. You ruined this for me, dude. I can't. They're messing with me off screen.
No, we're not. Be mature. Go on.
BKFC 77 Birmingham, UK. Tierney and Christie. That's June. I can't do this right now.
Finish it up, man.
What's after that?
Come on, dude. Dave,
Can't do my fucking voice.
No.
cut the camera. I want to see what's going on in there. Dave's roughing him up. No, I want to see the dude. Dave was grabbing him. How do we miss that? Can you cut
I
the
can't
camera?
do. I don't know. I don't have Dave's voice. That's not a voice. It's more of like a ism. It's like a
Ism. You're an ism.
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
You're an ism. now.
yeah. It's
Dave
like,
the ism. What the hell's an ism?
no. It's like it's not.
Go in there so you
Man,
can see on the
how
camera.
do I? Nah, I don't even know. I wasn't ready for this.
I know
this
you're-
is off script.
Dave's like threatening him, standing
He
over
wants
him.
me to do his voice, but I don't. I've never done
go-
a Dave voice.
you should go in
I've
there-
never done a
you
Dave
should-
voice.
Go in there and get comfortable. Make him comfortable, Dave. Go ahead.
I don't think I've ever
You've done
Soscia.
Soscia to me before. What happens when Soscia gets all mad? You all do it to me.
Sticks his head between his legs.
I could. Come on, dude. You've done it. You can be.
I'm fucking over this. I'm fucking done. I can't fucking take this anymore. Fuck. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is he talking about? That's it.
Off screen. That's me. Anyway, all right. So there you go. We have some. BKFC.com is a great article. If I was saying this, you can go check that. I'm not even watching the chat anymore. They're probably going nuts.
We grazed over Birmingham.
Yeah, we're not.
That event is like selling out really fast. That's a huge event, a huge deal for Birmingham. I feel like we should.
They're asking. Okay, then he needs to talk as Chris Lytle. They want you to do Lytle in the chat. Tell us about it as Chris Lytle.
Well, let me pull up.
They're yelling at you. They're
about.
saying put some heart into it. What's a Delco accent?
The press left. So.
All right. What's a Delco accent? What's that mean? Do you know?
Delco. It's an accent. It's it's the.
You do it better than I do.
It's like I'm gonna go. We're gonna go down to Dave's to get a cheesesteak and a couple of Cokes, and when we're down there, we're gonna go fill up our water tank, and then head over down to Maury's Pier, Maury's Pier in Wildwood.
All right. You're hurting my ear. I live here and I can't do it as well. Now they want you to finish this up as Chris Lytle. Go ahead.
Well, man, every time we come to the UK, oh Jesus Christ. I'm trying to look at the event, but I'm having an issue with the website.
All right. Well, my point is BKFC.com. I've been trying to say this for 5 minutes. You go there. There's a great article about our summer schedule. It's heating up for the summer, man. We got a lot coming up.
Man, Danny Christie's taking on Connor Tierney. That's going to be a great fight. You know, Danny, he's had some success, and he's had some trials and tribulations. And Connor Tierney, he's the Brumtown Bomber. It's going to be a great fight.
Good job. Good job, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Brian. It's always good to be on here. Why haven't you had me on the podcast in a while? I haven't been on.
You know, I was thinking, Chris, I was going to have you on today, but then I got hit up by Trout, and I got Dave. They had all these announcements, so there wasn't time. But Chris,
man, come on. You know, you always got to be in the gym when I'm on the show. I'm always in the gym working. We're always out here working.
You are. So, what are you looking forward to Albuquerque, Chris?
I'm looking for. Yeah, that's a great fight town, Albuquerque. Every time we come there, we have bangers. I think I'm losing it.
Yeah,
I'm losing
You're going away from it. Okay.
All right, I'm done. I'm done with this.
No, keep talking. I love it. Before we get out of here, we saw the schedule. Again, BKFC.com. I think we missed it. We have some new signings. I know Vaughn Design Team works hard at getting these things. I don't know what order they're coming in, so flash them up.
Flash them up.
I don't even know who they are yet. I got here late. I was at my son's field day. I had my face
signing number 1.
Painted yellow for his yellow.
Multi-fight deal.
Multi-fight.
I hope I'm not butchering this name. Dalvin Blair.
Dalvin Blair.
The
camera's cutting his head off.
The camera's cutting his head off. I'll fix that.
I can we fix the camera?
There we
go.
Whoa,
that was crazy.
Dalvin Blair.
Congratulations, multi-fight signing for Dalvin Blair. Looking forward to see what he can do. Nate Shook was especially looking at him. Looks like he's in great shape. Let's see what he does.
Up next, familiar face back, signed to a multi-fight deal. Gabrielle Roman.
Oh, our Jersey girl. There she is, Gabrielle Roman. That's awesome. Multi-fight deal. Want to see her get back in there again. Love when she fights. Fights with such passion. Had a great story. Was homeless with 2 kids for a while. Now she's got her life on track, and she's doing great with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Amazing person. Great fighter to watch. Happy to have her aboard.
Right. Up next, we have Maurice Horn. Signed multi-fight deal.
Wouldn't that be Maurice Horn E?
No.
No, the E silent?
E is silent.
Okay. Maurice Horn. Maurice Horn, multi-fight. Okay, guys. Maurice Horn signed multi-fight deal. Welcome to the team, Maurice Horn.
And Stephen Morris.
We know Steve-O. Stephen Morris fought here before. Looking forward to see what he does next. Probably has some of, I would say he probably is one of the most tattooed up in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. If not, he's in the running for it. Steve-O Morris, great guy, and we're excited to see what you're going to do next. I think that's all we have, right? Let's get on the road to Albuquerque. No, wait, we didn't do the mailbag, but I guess we can not do that today.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question before we go?
Okay.
Because Chris Camozzi sent this in.
Okay.
Actually, I want to do 2 things before we go. Chris Camozzi sent this in. Do you guys remember this in Philly? He sent it privately to me. He goes, Hitchbot. Do you remember Hitchbot?
Nope.
Show him the Hitchbot thing. So Hitchbot was a hitchhiking robot. I remember this. Successfully hitchhiked across Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands. But when attempting to hitchhike across the United States, it was stopped, dismembered, and decapitated in Philadelphia. This was a big deal in the news. He sent this in, and he's like, is this what Philly's like? Yeah, kind of. So thank you for that, Chris Camozzi. Brendan, do you remember that?
No, actually.
It was some kind of like social experiment. This thing was for like a year or more. It was a while. And then it gets here, and it got kidnapped and beat the shit out of. Welcome to Philadelphia Hitchbot. That's where we're from. Well, you guys are from Dirty Jersey. Which, by the way, I said that as a joke because my wife's from there. And my kid, we're in Jersey. He's like, we're in Dirty Jersey. I'm like, stop talking. Stop saying these things. Anyway.
South Jersey.
Yeah, the Garden State. All right, and then the other one is Cade sent this in. This is since we're getting ready for Albuquerque, I don't want to miss this. He said the redneck is getting ready for a fight the only way the redneck knows how. Let's watch that.
Here in Albuquerque, I've been only getting some light workouts in, and then I come here to the Four Winds to grab some snacks and really just trying to catch a buzz.
Catch a buzz. Is that where you go to catch a buzz? I'm in.
All right, what kind of snacks do I want today? Sweet chili Doritos. There they are.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Do you guys have forged Irish Stout?
Pony!
You got forged Irish Stout? McGregor's beer, no? I appreciate it, brother.
Who doesn't have forged? Man, whatever. I guess a Budweiser will do for now. Let me get this one right here.
I think he's a Bud man.
Fuck, I forgot the Cowboy Killers.
Can I get some red shorts? Boom.
There he goes. Look at him. Getting ready. Getting ready. Smoking up there. He got a little his red sticking out of his pocket. Nice drink. Hey, speaking of, that reminds me of another thing, Evan.
Yeah.
So when we were at Dave Cranston's wedding, Evan reaches in his pocket and he furnishes this thing they were trying to push on me last week here that many of you know that I've never tried yet, called Zyn. Evan is now, it's fair to say, addicted to Zyn. You have one in? This all started with Brandon. I'm the only one who hasn't become a Zyn nut now.
A Zinner.
A Zinner, yeah.
Monica Lesinski.
Monica Lesinski. We got
Zimbabwe.
You guys, wow. Okay, you guys. I got to put one of them in. Get creative. I think that should be a sponsor on the show. Zyn.
That'd be nice.
Brent, if that happens, I feel like if we got free Zyn, you guys aren't going to have bottom lips anymore.
It's not like that. It's not like tobacco.
It's healthy.
I wouldn't say it's healthy. I think it's if you're gonna smoke cigarettes, it takes the need away.
So why were you still smoking a cigarette at the wedding then?
Listen, nobody's perfect.
Dude, he had a Zyn in his mouth, puffing one. I walked out. I'm like, yo, I'm drinking too. Hook it up. Yeah. So he wasn't the only one.
When they're offered to me, I can't say no.
I know, especially menthol. I'm weird. You like no filters though, right?
Yeah.
Oh God. Ugh. Anyway,
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, the champ smokes.
Oh yeah, so we should all start. That's right. I agree.
That means it's healthy.
I chew tobacco. Is it anything like Grizzly? They said. Rick wants to know in the chat.
Well, they have like like wintergreen. They have those like similar flavors. You get that like same sensation in your lip, but you don't have to spit. You can just gut it, which is nice. You don't have to have a bottle.
Really?
Yeah, you can just swallow it.
No wonder you like Zyn.
I'm not here endorsing this, by the way.
So
like,
no.
don't ever do it. But
look at you. Don't ever do it. No, I agree. You make your own choice. We're all adults here.
We're all adults.
When you drink, you got to smoke. They go hand in hand, Rick says.
That's it. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
So bottom line is, before we get out of here, if you're in Albuquerque or whatever town we're in and you see Broken Brandon or you see Evan, just start throwing Zyn packs at them. Not the big ones.
Any kind of tobacco product you have.
Start tossing.
That's what keeps the machine running.
All right. You guys are great. You know we love you. We're happy to be back for Fight Week. Can't wait to get to Albuquerque. Visit Sunny Side Up. It'll be a fun time. Thank you so much for always joining us and supporting us. We're the virus that's never going to go away. So make sure you hit the like button. Tell all your friends about us. Expand the show. Let's make this thing bigger, and maybe they'll give us a budget for more than $25 a year. Until next week, I'll see you in Albuquerque. We all will. Make sure you boo Broken Brandon. And don't forget,
And applaud me.
That's right. And throw Zyn at them.
Yes.
Don't forget. Throw Zyn. That's all I care about.
We'll be signing your Zyn can.
Wintergreen, he says. All right. All right, guys. We love you. Thank you. Until next week. Get knocked up, baby! Ha! Ha! Ha!